Yeah, just want to check it out a little bit. See, it actually keeps up with you going. I guess it's it's weird how it does that. Still watches you while you're on there looking around. uh, I just thought we'd come out here and see if anybody wanted to chat with us. So if you do, like I say, we had a good day yesterday. Uh, Went out shopping, got some stuff for the house, check on some, see if our pay calls in a while, or I might have to leave another message. Who knows? They might get them today. You never know. Might have some out late. Well, if they some out Saturday, come today. But anyhow, what you want to do, Kitty? My cat want to do something?
Good morning, everybody. Just woke up a minute ago. I'm still a little bit lazy, but I'm trying to wake up. It's hard for me to wake up. But if there's any beautiful sweethearts up there, people or woman that is single, you can please join in. I wrote 2 comments. Just join in and you can write anything you want to. Just don't be mean to me like Abby was last night. It really tore my heart when she was being mean to me. That's why I got off, because she was just saying hurtful things that no female wouldn't say, If I was bothering you, Abby, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were at work. You shouldn't have come on there and start yelling at me. That was pretty rude. So if there's any beautiful butterflies up here this morning, I'll wait. Just join in, because I would love to talk to you a little bit. I just woke up myself, so just join in the conversations. My church was gonna have a Halloween party the 31st, but I don't know if I'm gonna go or not, because I ain't been feeling too well. So I took some food that we didn't want to the church, and they really appreciated the free food. They said that they're going to give the people that to the homeless shelter. My preacher was going to take it down there to them in Knoxville. He had to go to Knoxville for work, so he was going to do that and drop it off to them. So the homeless shelter would have food for the people who are homeless. And I told him that was nice of him to do that. They would appreciate, all the help they can get, where they're warm and not cold, laying outside. Because when I used to go to Knoxville to the Knoxville Center, I saw, the homeless, there was it was mostly some men and there was a lot of women, I felt bad because, I saw them laying on boxes, I didn't know what homeless looked like, for the first time. Knoxville Center wasn't too fun because only thing you can do is they would put on YouTube for us, lessons, for anger management. And there was more crazy people than me. I was like that because, I was, to myself. I'll go and color or something over, at that one table. Some families would come and color with me, but, they didn't really talk to me. But I ain't been back to a center since Cotton got in a little rough spot. I don't want to say on YouTube. I'll just say I got in a rough spot. So I've been mostly staying home. I'm like a home cat kind of thing. Honestly, what we do during the day is doing dishes and laundry. Just my baby dolls, like the ones I showed you last night. That's mostly what I do during the day, or I'll go for a morning walk. Usually I try to get my exercise in the morning because, everybody's not outside and it's quiet, I let my bunnies, walk with me because they get up underneath my feet because they're cold. And they know that Mama's going to be there for them to warm them up because I raised them since they were just a baby. They were just real tiny. They fit right up in my shirt. And I thought, well, that semi hit their mama. I felt so bad. I tried to call their mama, because her name was Fluffy. I called her Fluffy because, she was so pretty. She was white with blue eyes, and she was just gorgeous. She was all nice and pretty, and I kept saying, come on, baby, Fluffy, come on, baby. And she wouldn't move. She was being, stubborn. It was funny, though, because she was just, laying there because the robe was warm, to her. The robe was real warm. She was trying to stay, warm. And I kept saying, here comes the semi, baby. Here comes the semi. And she wouldn't move. So the semi hit her, and I grabbed the 3 babies, and I brought them up here. Well, I brought one of the babies up here. Buster was the first baby she had, so I raised him since he was just a little baby. And I wrapped him up in my shirt, kept him warm, and I rocked him all the way up the driveway. And I thought, well, my husband ain't gonna notice, me bringing Bunny home. And I said, honey, I brought a Bunny home, And I put him up underneath the bush over here by my window so I can keep an eye on him, if he needs mama, he can come to the door, And I feed him, I got 4 now, right, baby? I got 4 now. I got Buster, Daisy, Jerry, and Thumper. I named one of the bunnies after the Bambi movie. I don't know if anybody's seen that. It's a Disney movie. It's really cute. It's about a deer named Bambi. She's really cute. But there's a bunny called Thumper. And, he would thump his foot when he would get mad at his mama. He would thump his foot. So the mama said, well, I'll just call you Thumper. Because then he would tap his foot. And I named him after that movie. Because, that was my favorite Disney movie. Seeing the old day, the Disney movies that I was raised to watch, it's pretty cool because seeing like Blue's Clues or Santa Claus movies, or I used to watch Sesame Street. I used to watch Caillou. Let's see, what else did I watch when I was a kid? There's something else. What did I used to watch? Oh, and I used to watch the Easter movies, like, with the Easter Bunny, the old days, and Halloween. I don't know if you guys ever seen this. It's called Halloween Town. I don't know if you guys seen this or not, but it shows kids and how people dress up in different Halloween costumes. It's pretty neat. It's like they live in a little village, and this girl is like trying to learn about her history, about her family's history, what kind of blood type she has, and she found out she's a witch by her mama's side. And she goes to this little village, and she finds about her heritage, where she was born. She didn't know anything about her heritage, and her grandma lives in that village. And her grandma explains her heritage to her, like my grandma did. My grandma used to tell me about my heritage, because I didn't know much about my background, of where my family came from. She would explain it to me when I was just maybe a kid at the time. But I have two grandmas. I have my dad and my mom and my grandma Betty. I have two different grandmas. And they're my full grandmas because, I was raised. But it's pretty cool. If you guys watch it on Halloween night, it should come on at 8 o'clock on Halloween night, I think. Because I used to watch it every year when Halloween would come. I went to show my husband what Halloween Town show looks like. It's pretty neat. I'm a big kid at heart, but I'm a grown up, but I got a big kid heart. Like, I love Disney movies, like Peggy the Pig or Pooh Bear. Oh, well, it was called Winnie the Pooh Bear, but I say Winnie the Pooh because I like Winnie the Pooh because he's so cute. He's a teddy bear, And I would watch like Batman Returns. I don't know if you guys seen that or not. I love Batman too. I'm a big kid at heart. Let's see. What else did I watch when I was a kid? I don't remember if you remember this, but I don't know if most of you might have been born a different year. But there was this one movie that my mom showed me when I was just a little baby at the time. And it had a little teapot in it, and had some a teddy bear and a little girl that would play with a little bunny. I think she was 9 or 10. And they would sing songs, when they were walking the road, and it was pretty neat. I forget what the name of it was, but I watched a dragon movie, and that was my favorite movie. Every time I would go to my mama, that's the first movie I would put in. It was called The Dragon, The Green Dragon, and it was a pretty cool movie. I like Catwoman. If you know the Batman Returns, the Catwoman in it. I like the Pink Panther. That's a good movie too. Let's see. I don't know if you guys seen the Dragon Tales. That's another movie I like. My cousin Colton Walker Casto, he got me into that one. He was just a baby because he would giggle. He was in his bouncing seat, and we would put the dragon tails in for him because, he was just a baby at the time. And I was feeding him, I was feeding him baby food at the time. And he would giggle, when the dragon tails would come on. He would giggle, so hard. And it brought my dad just to hear him giggle. And he would hold my hand. He had the smallest hands.
Something to eat.
No, I'm not hungry right now, baby. And it was just so cool though, seeing the Disney movies, I was before I met my husband, I was a loner, I was to myself, living with my mom, What are you doing, honey? Where are you going? And I used to watch like Judge Judy, The Cops, Lifetime, like my husband said that one video. He's never heard of the Lifetime, until I come live with him, I'll eat it if you're not hungry, honey.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not wanting to eat it, I'll eat it. If you're not hungry. So.
What made your favorite thing, honey?
What'd you make, honey?
Yeah.
Ooh. He made me breakfast for me for, my meat and gravy. Yummy, yummy. But I'm a kid at heart, so. I like to color and draw and. Sorry, Mickey. And I like to go on walks and go shop with my husband, like I said. I go outside and play with my little bunnies and I got a bird named Tweet Tweet. It's so funny. I would go outside and he would just get so excited. He'll wag his tail and he'll come running up to the porch and call me Mama. Because, I raised him, since he fell out of the tree. He fell out of his nest. So I saved his egg, within a minute. I slid like a baseball player, get to him. And ever since then, he's been really, really close to me. He'll call me Mama. He'll get so excited. And he'll tweet at me. But he loves going on walks with me. He'll get right up underneath my feet. And I'm like, Tweet, Tweet, baby, you gotta get out from underneath my feet. Because he's so tiny, I don't want to step on him. And he would just tweet at my leg, want me to hold him. Because, he lets me hold him, because I'm his mama. But it's just so funny, when you're really close to an animal, it's hard not to be an animal lover. But I'm in a real good mood since I woke up this morning. My husband's making breakfast. He got hungry. He always makes me something, so I'll make him something every morning. He's used to me making him breakfast. Are you going to tuck in the video, honey? Sweetheart? You going to tuck into the video?
No.
I'm almost done, honey. Waiting on you. My husband will be here in a minute. He's making breakfast. I'm just talking while he's making breakfast. And I was going to tell you about some cakes that my husband got for me for my birthday. He got me one with Pooh Bear, one with Hello Kitty, one with Care Bears. He got me a cookie cake this year. It wasn't really good though. I kind of didn't like it. let's see. Is there other ones that you got me? I'm trying to think. Is there any others, baby, that you got me for my birthday? Cakes? I can remember. Oh, and I like horses too. I used to be a horse collector. I had over 300 horses, glass horses, and I didn't name them all, but I had one that was my favorite. I called her Black Beauty. She was solid black glass horse. I would put her up on a shelf, where she wouldn't get broke. And I called her Black Beauty after a movie called Black Beauty. And I saw I had a black horse just like her, in the movie. So I put her up on a shelf, to keep her from getting broke. But I had different ones. I had black ones, beige ones. I had a white one. I had, let's see. I had a horse blanket. I had a small horse blanket. I had horse sheets. I used to sleep on a cotton bed, like the ones that you could fold out at night. Like it folds like into a couch, and then it's like a couch thing. Sorry, my husband wants me to eat because I got a doctor appointment today. Supposed to be there by 10:30. But I'm in a real good mood this morning. I feel so much better today. I was just so tired last night. I had a good day yesterday. It just wore me out yesterday. You know what my best of my life is? Is being married to my husband, He is the best man that I've ever been married to. I mean, he's sweet, he's generous, he's handsome, he's cuddable. He's like my big cuddable teddy bear, He makes me so happy. And I trust this man from the bottom of my heart. Because the other guys that I was with didn't treat me like I was supposed to be treated. Like my husband said, a woman should be treated with respect and love and swept off their feet. That's how my man said that's a woman that's supposed to be treated. Not supposed to be treated the wrong way. And my husband swept me off my feet because I was a loner. I didn't want to be alone anymore. The first time I met him was on the Setter bus. Was it the Setter bus or Jump Street, babe? Setter bus, and he French kissed me. I'd never been French kissed before, and I never forgotten that, and I'll still not forgetting that. If something happens to him, that would be the biggest memory that I can remember. And then I met him at Jump Street. Now it's called Family Diner, but he was working at Jump Street. He volunteered, and I was with Bonehead at the time. And I kept staring at Derek. He was in the back, washing the dishes. And I just had fireworks in my eyes, and I knew he was the one for me. Because I felt it from the bottom of my heart. I wanted to cry. I wanted to cry so bad. Get to him. And it was just amazing. And then I went everywhere searching for him. I mean, I told my mom, I said, because she could tell by the way it was dancing, she knew something was up. And she kept asking me, I thought she was just irritating me, And I said, Mom, I got a guy in my life now. And she said, well, what is he like? Where is he from? And I said, he's from Decatur. And she said, well, let's go get in the truck. We'll go search for him because I showed her a picture of him, picture he gave me of him in his his school picture. And
You almost had it right.
his tuxedo. His tuxedo, and I still have the picture. I still have it all these years. And so I searched everywhere for him. And finally, Kaki in Athens told me where he was at. I said, I searched everywhere. I cried to her, bless her little heart. She's like, he's out Pinewood, sweetie. Go find him. He's in 18. I was like, well, I'm gonna go search for him. Well, I sat at Nanny's apartment for a little while, and she kept 17. Sorry, baby. 17, and she kept giggling at me, and she said, I bet you he's in there watching wrestling. I said, how do you know that, Nanny? She said, oh, I could hear it through the door. And I said, how do you? She said, the only time he comes out is when he's checking his mail or when his granny comes. I said, really? She said, yeah. And she was giggling about it. And she was trying to get me to cut up at her. And she was showing me her, she said, I bet you at 12 o'clock he'll come out and check his mail. That's the same thing.
Yeah, it's just roast.
Oh, yeah, it's good. But here you go. Here you go, honey.
Go ahead. Let's do it.
And when he come out, I ran up and jumped up in his arms, and we went inside and talked about, our dislikes, our likes. And we had a lot in common. I mean, I never had anything in common with a man before. We like wrestling, and we liked different music. The only thing that we don't have in common is salads. He don't eat a salad. He does not like salads, but he'll let me get it like sometimes because I'm not always in a salad mood. But that's something that we don't have in common. But that's okay. I know he compromises with me. He'll compromise with me because that's the word that his dad used to use, compromise, because that's how his daddy raised him. But every time, see, we like baseball and we like basketball together. We used to go play basketball, and he's really good at basketball. He's good at darts. He's an all-star at darts. I've ever seen a man get every balloon almost in a row. And I mean, you females will be so amazed. He had me giggling when he played the darts. He would have me giggling. And he wanted me some goldfishes and at the fair, one was Mimo, he was a goldfish, and the other one was Crush. And he got me those for my birthday. We go every year when they come. And the fair's really fun. We get like free stuff, and he plays his darts game. Then he got me Rainbow this year. She's a dolphin. I love dolphins. And then I got to go see the cars they had over there, and went to go see my favorite the firefighter. He gives me coloring books. He gives me coloring books every year. They have different things like low rise for kids and museum, little museum thing with animals. This year they had little bunnies and chickens and billy goats, and they didn't have my horse this year, so I guess he found a good home. I'm glad that he found a good home. Ever since I pushed my family away, I'm doing a lot better. I'm not stressed out. Thank you to my man for being there for me and helping me with situations that nobody could help me with. Because I know he said I can go to him and ask him anything. Or he said if I'm upset about something, I need to talk to him. He said that. He said, baby, you can always come to me if there's something wrong. It's better talking to him than it is talking to a counselor that don't know me. That's brand new, like he said. Hawassi is for people who are more worse off than me. He said that he could tell by me and Connie, we're not bad off, But he said, the Hawassi medicine is just a sleeping pill. It doesn't help you. And he's right. He's right. Because he goes with his lemon gut. He always goes with his lemon gut. He said, if something ain't right, then it's not. Like, for example, like he said, if we get a unicorn basket, that, if we do get it, that's the best thing. He said, if we don't, we don't. He's right. He said, baby, don't get upset. We tried everything we can draw. And he said, just be happy that we tried. And he's right. Women, if you get on here, you will see how sweet this man is. He is so sweet, generous, handsome, good looking. He's what I imagined, I'll get that. But well, here he is. Here you go, sweetie. Oh, he's still eating. Sorry, he's eating real quick. He's eating his breakfast. But what are you doing, besties? Are you having a good morning? And do you like to color? Do you like to draw? Okay, well, here's my man. There you go.
Oh, my hot chocolate. Warm it back up.
Let me warm it back up, sweetie.
Yeah, that's good. Well, yeah, it's like I said, I guess we can kill time here. That just depends on what she brings in front of me. I told her, I said, because I can't do it because I'm not one of them, but just usually out and talks like yesterday, for example, a good example. She'll bring her dolls in and everybody talks, like that, and said, oh my gosh, a cute thing. And, that's what I was trying to explain to her. I think she understands it, but it draws in those short little kind of conversations. It's not necessary. It doesn't further anything. So if anybody sees that, unless it's just somebody, one of them rare finds, it's gonna be like it. It's gonna be one of them quickies, and they're gonna go on. But I don't know who they were. I wasn't even looking. Then like I said, then old English or whatever was in there, and I hurried up and sped up, and I ignored her on purpose. But you know, they got another thing coming, and I'm gonna wait till one of these people beg. And I'm gonna say, well, I'm not gonna answer. I'm not gonna be there in their time of need when they need something, because I'm gonna remember what they done to me. And all these other kids, all these other people out there, all the
I apologize for yesterday, baby.
I know,
I apologize.
but
I felt bad.
I know. Uh, I but I mean, it's just a perception of people. You know, you can't guide them to sit down with you. A lot of times, or even talk. They're focused because they her stuff. When she brings it out, it's for certain reasons. But you know, and you know, and it don't bother me. It's just I try to explain. You know, that's the kind of talk they're going to do, and they'll stand there 5 minutes, and then they're gone. You know, and then you get nothing out of it, and it doesn't help. You could like ease them into it. You know, I would think. You know, kind of like the last one had a bunch of kids. Really, you know, that they were entertained by it somewhat, but even then, it wasn't. You know, it would take a special person to have that. For me and her, that's one of her biggest. It could be her biggest asset to her and to me as well, but it could be her biggest fault when you're dealing with a stranger, is you don't know what they feel or how they feel about stuff like that. You know, whereas, like I said, with her, it's an advantage for her because she didn't have anything, you know, else to do besides with me here. But, and that's what, yeah, that one's,
Gone.
yeah. But, you know, it just, like I said, depends on who you put in front of you and what they're willing to take. Sometimes, like I just randomly seen one of them guys that's kind of giving me that look, you know, a little bit. So I said something to him, and then we started talking. But, you know, it's.
Well, if you don't want me to carry my dogs around in the store, that's fine.
But no, I'm just saying it had to be somebody, you know, special to understand what she does. I mean, it don't bother anybody as far as I know that, you know, but I'm saying you either take the chance if you do that, because like I don't have it. Well, I mean, I got a comment on my shirt, as you can see, an old wrestling shirt that I've had for probably at least since I was 13, so about 20 years, 20 something years. Well, see, yeah, 24, 25 years. So, you know, yeah, everybody just kind of, you know, it's the same kind of people. Of course, we went on Sunday, so you know, they ain't the usuals ain't in there like they would be throughout Monday through Friday. So a lot of them wasn't in there, but yeah, it just depends. Like she just lucked out on me, and I was 27 and a half. You know, 26 when she first seen me on the bus, and 27 and a half around that when she saw me again. But, you know, because there ain't many people, it goes to show there ain't many people, but I had a certain, like she was saying, I have a certain something about me that most people don't, and I'm picky, you know. If I like you, if there was another, something like what we're looking for, but like I said, it just depends on them. How easy going are they? Are they going to try to, like we said, you could use what we've had up here, and all those combined are nothing but trouble. They believe everything is everybody else's fault but their own, and they don't take responsibility for those issues that they've caused. If somebody reasonably were to sit down in front of me, she tells all these good things about me, which is appreciated, but at the same time, it also might not be everybody else's perception of me, because they don't understand where I come from. And she takes, just like I say, you take a risk, and if you don't have nothing in common, which none of these that I'm aware of ever had much in common. So, I'm not going to be jumping off of buildings and doing any daredevil stuff. I'm not going to be out there at the beach playing out in the water and doing all that, or fishing or hunting or whatever. But my compromise, I'll sit there and talk to you something or from a distance, but I just don't participate. It's not anything I'm interested in. But that's why I tell her, you gotta get to know somebody good. And if it were somebody homeless, if they really were were homeless, unlike this last thing we had up in here, if they really were homeless and they were appreciative of what we were offering, and I could tell within a few minutes, nothing gets past me too quick. I'm usually spot on it. So, like I said, she just, was saying, and I do, like I said, if they would allow you to do those things that you'd like to do and be there for them and everything else, and spend, and show them a good time. But a lot of them comes up in here with all their shit, I've seen them in that. It disappoints me, because I may have 30, 40 years left. I don't know. But I just can't, I'm 37 now. And yeah, we came up with it 4 years ago as a thing, we quietly go out and, and it's the best way. I mean, she could go up there today, tomorrow, at any of these places, same place she found the crack whore, you still may find another. I mean, if they got...
I'm not allowed up there.
Well,
Standing order.
Well, it was not supposed to be.
They said that somebody reported on me the other day for walking towards it, about going to a church, going across the creek.
Well, it's them people, like I said, it's those kind of people that she brought down here that knew that person. That person that was brought down here knew that one. But they wouldn't come down here saying that. So she didn't do me no favor. She didn't know.
I was trying, though. I was looking out for us, baby.
But, I told her that damn person could have had a knife, a gun.
I mean,
She could have had anything on her. She could have slipped it in her bra or panties. You never know. I mean, you see it all the time on TV. Somebody could kill us in our sleep. Although I don't sleep that soundly, but you never know. I mean, a rare time or two, I have slept really, really like out of it. I mean, one time I was in a deep sleep over there, and a little brat woke me up. But it took her 2 or 3
But if you don't want me to bring my dog to the store, I won't. I'll do it for you, baby.
Well, I mean, I like it, but it's just like I said, she throws off the perception of if we really want this. I mean, you could take it what you will. I mean, old people and stuff probably still come up to us or up to her, as a matter of fact, because she. Otherwise, let's just play devil's advocate. If she hadn't had that, would they have showed up? Would they have said one thing to her?
No.
I would probably say not. And I'm
If
looking.
you want me to leave them, I'll do it for you.
It's
baby.
all right, honey.
I'll do it for you, baby.
No, it's all right. I mean, I understand it, but I'm just saying, if she takes a risk. Now that risk might pay off, and they might say, "Well, who's that with you? But
All time it's a dog.
most time I don't entertain anybody because most of the time they got phones up their ass. Somebody's always walking with them. Even if you see a youngin, you don't know. It looks maybe like they're in their 20s, got a car. You never know. I mean, she passed up on one that had red hair. She told me about her. She said she didn't.
She was acting funny.
She said she was acting funny.
Yeah, she was shaking. She said she was scared.
But
'cause she didn't know who I was. I told her who I was.
But I don't know. But like I said, I don't know. If y'all don't give us a chance, how are we supposed to give you any chances? I mean, I could sit here and take.
I caught a car because a cart was going in the parking lot.
I could make this video at least 3 hours long and re-go over everything I went over in videos before just to kill more time. And like I said, there's not a lot here as far as money. It's not like we're rich, but it pays what needs to be paid, such as bills, and everything like that. We don't drink. We don't do any of that stuff. All that stuff that's out there, we don't do all that.
It's not healthy.
So, but right now, and as of right now, my thing is that I'm probably never going to work again because I honestly don't see a point in doing it. And but I don't know what else to. I spent every 4 days. I could send out, if I wanted to, I could send out a message on this one thing. It takes 40, what they call coins, but points or whatever you need, But you could send out one message, but these people are going to be like the other ones. They're not going to get up. And that's another thing. I mean, she could walk out there right now, take a morning walk. She's out there for 3 or 4 hours. She's going to do her all day and all night. I've seen her go out there and say, I'll be back in 10 minutes, and she'll be gone for 3 or 4 hours. It may be longer. But I know she comes home.
Mom's in a good mood.
So it depends on what she does. But I know.
I play with my cats for 4 hours because I don't get to see him a lot.
So she could be on a long walk, she could be on a short walk, she could be, like she said, it might be just cows, whatever floats her boat. But I don't know what to tell her. I don't know anything to suggest as far as anybody. If they won't give you 5 minutes and they won't do you any justice, I don't know what to say. It's like I said, I don't want to take the leap if I don't know them either. If they kind of give me that look, and like, a time or two I've had, but it's usually been nothing because they've got something already cooked. So, cooked up. And, it just depends on them. What, the next time it happens, I just know that it depends on you guys, what you do. you know, if you want to be easygoing and laid back and chill, relax, talk about good things, and all that. I mean, if you ain't got that big of a
I didn't mean to upset Happy. I
well, baby,
apologize.
look, I'm not worried about somebody I don't know and I don't see a face to them. We were on here just like we are now,
Yeah, but it's the right thing to do. Apologize.
and it wasn't. You didn't do nothing. Stop it. It, like I said, she's saying this stuff for no reason. They came out here and they waste our goddamn time. One of these people wastes our fucking time with putting this stupid shit out there. I don't care if your name's Flabby. I don't give a damn what your name is. It could be fuck, it could be pussy, it could be anything. I don't care. Damn women's gonna have to get with it. Put your goddamn picture on here, for God's sake. I did it. That would help me. My God, you got all these goddamn phones you can fucking, everybody likes carrying around. Hell, I've got a computer. It's got fucking pictures of me from 4 or 5 years ago. That's all I could put on here. I couldn't find the way to put any more. We had one of them people that put 3 or 4 of them on here. But I don't know how to do all that stuff. But God dang, no wonder anybody don't take nobody serious here. You know, it's fucking bullshit that you can't, you know, just have something nice go your way for, you know, once. I mean, she obviously every time she goes with me to my appointments, you never see anybody. Now you got to worry about everybody wearing a mask.
I can't wear a mask.
And it's just
because of my asthma.
But anyway, but I mean, every time she's out here, that never happens. I told her this is the only chance we got, and I know that stuff we brought up earlier about them freaking apartments next door. You can't take any more chances on that. I mean, if I was to take a chance on somebody, I'd like to see them have at least something, a car. I know we don't, but like I said, there had to be somebody that understood why we don't and understood it from our point of view. They could reasonably compromise and be understanding. You could go in any of these places, but it's, you know, if y'all want something, you're going to have to really come out. I mean, my wife, she may not, like I said, the last time she was telling me about this one thing, she might have took a small risk with what she says, how she says it, how she goes about it, and then how the other person reacts to what you tell them. If it's small, medium, whatever it is, it depends on how it hits a person. And they may have had somebody at home. They may have other things at home. Just because they're by themselves doesn't necessarily always mean that they're not with somebody. They may have something at home to go do. We don't know that. So that's also another thing you have to keep in mind. You know, and this is our only way. We've tried everything that's been suggested to us, things that wasn't suggested to us that we just found on our own. But this is y'all's opportunity to come out here and chat. And so we don't, you know, sometimes I see the videos, sometimes I don't. It just depends. You know, last night was aggravation, so I didn't really put any thought into saving it. But, you know, so it just depends on how good things go or how like it's going to turn out. But if you know, she now knows you just don't get things laid up in your lap. You know, just because you throw one thing out, it doesn't mean another one's going to come right behind that one.
It has to.
So, I mean, she
she
goes, like I said, the places that we go ain't the attraction type places for this idea. And she tries, every now and again, she'll stumble up on something. She'll tell me about it, and then it's nowhere to be found, nowhere to be seen. You know,
Honey,
let me get it out, baby. And if I can't see it, and I can't see nothing, and like I said, it's because I choose not to go to church. It's because I choose not to. Half these people, they just want to talk for 2 or 3 minutes. Why waste any time on standing there and listening to them talk when they're not even wanting nothing to begin with? So, you know, it's like I said, it's what I did yesterday. Wasn't interested in nobody. Wasn't interested in English's ass. Interested in saying nothing to her, actually. And like I said, if it was somebody I didn't know, didn't see, haven't heard of before, yeah, your time is what you make it. But I'm just not interested in.
I
And
was taking her from my appointment.
but
She had to talk to me about something that happened at the clinic, what we've been putting on YouTube.
well,
Cause she
like
asked.
I said,
I was trying to
they all did that, and they're gonna get their payback.
She said she wasn't there, and I knew she wasn't there because I would have noticed her.
I don't care if she was there or not.
She was letting me know she was sick, and she wanted me to pray for her.
I know
For her at church.
I know that these people did this on purpose. And they all had to be in on it. I mean, I don't care who you are. You do not. At no job. This is known to every job out there. Well, Derek, you're going to have to start putting a sign up. I don't think so. I think when you hire somebody, you fucking tell them. You say, this is not a fucking toy store. This ain't no goddamn fucking one of these places where you can just come in and say, hey, it's my birthday today. You know, and get goddamn fucking attention and gifts. Now, like I said, if it's somebody nearly on their deathbed or they had a illness of some kind that they were fighting and they wasn't going to live very long, like them wrestlers do, entertainers, they go out there and grant somebody a wish that ain't probably going to live here too long. I can understand that. I can understand going out there and buying somebody that's not going to be here that long a gift or something, a boy or girl or something. But my God, I mean, it's just ridiculous when you can go in there and fucking, I just, and it, like I said, it was just lucky it was my wife, but it could have been anybody. And it just, you know, damn, I mean, all these people, that English person, she don't bother to tell these people this shit. I was told this shit when I first started. When I went there and got hired on at Hardee's. I was told this by a person that knew how to run the ship. I worked over there. They told me this ain't one of these places where you go and because she wanted to make it known that she don't hire couples. She didn't hire, you know, if she thought she was on drugs or alcohol or come in, you know, looking all bug-eyed, she wouldn't, you know, she would get to you right then. She wouldn't bother wasting time fooling around with you. But she made it clear unless they had something like a Christmas party she let me know that they did that, because it wasn't too far from them having a little, and she would make sure with the office. They still have to all work. But and that's one thing. Like I said, that's for people that work there. And they were nice enough to let my wife go in there and eat with us. And like I said, I didn't shoot the bullshit in there. I didn't really carry on a lot. I might have said hi or something, or something small or something. But most of these, I practically about all of them, I knew they wasn't anything you could do outside of that. So I was always pretty well, kept that in mind. But I mean, it just it just depends on you guys, on the next person that shows up, the next female that shows up. It's up to you. And, if I'm able to be nice and if I'm able to put up with you. I mean, me and my wife, it's a different story. She basically said the things that I would have said. We had a lot in common. She's, these last few times we have gotten these fucking idiots texting us out of nowhere. We have upped it where we ask questions. You can't go from what you were once taught and not teach it to these younger generational people. You've got to teach the old ways to everybody. Well, what if I don't like it? Well, then they get lost. It's like the next one. At a certain age, brother may call this shit off, because, like I said, it gets old. And I'm going to hang on as long as I think we want to hang on, but at some point, we may reach a point where it just isn't going to be one of them things that we desire. Because I can tell you, if I get to where I'm not myself, and I can't go out there and be myself, and we can't be our usual self, like she said, we'd like to be nice and all cuddly and everything and be nice to the person that came, but that's up to you guys. I sat here and watched the biggest fucking fool about 9 months ago lie about everything, tell all the fucking stories that they want to tell, playing tickle pink with kids. Oh my God, And like I said, it depends on you. It depends on you. I mean, you can make it easy for us. And you come up in here all smiley and bubbly and nice and sweet and all them good things. But you can also make my wife out to be the biggest, try to make her look like the biggest fool, but it's you guys that's going to be the fool. I'm telling you right now, we're not going to take it easy. I mean, we're going to ask all the questions to get the answers. If the answers don't meet, and you might say, well, Derek, what if it's 5 o'clock in the morning? I don't give a goddamn. I hope she remembers this. I don't give a goddamn what time it is if she's out there in her pajamas and somebody comes up to her and says something. I'm usually up when I'm an early bird the first time it gets daylight.
Yeah.
So, God damn it, if y'all can't get with the program, then get lost. Simple. Get lost and don't do the one thing that might aggravate her the most, which is nobody coming out. But if you're going to be a jackass, I'd assume you just need to stay away. As much as I'd like to see us get something nice, be able to treat somebody with respect. Because they might be that one person out there, but they don't give you that notion and you don't feel it. And you think they're kind of just playing. She ought to kind of feel, that's the thing that she's learned from me. I kind of taught myself this system as well as had other people kind of just, I kind of added to it, I guess you could say. I was always usually raised to ask the questions. And one time we didn't go that way, so we were born back when you still had some stuff done a certain way. We paid for it. So it depends on you. If your color doesn't matter, I mean, like I said, the only thing is body type. We'd like to see something from a slim to average athletic body type. Somebody like to go out and do some sports, be something simple. Somebody wasn't about money or nothing else. That was the only thing that But I told her it's got to be out here somewhere. You can't trust these people off the internet. You can't. You can't do it anymore. They always say, "Well, Derek, it's cause of this. It's cause of that. It's the 2 or 3 things that's been on TV for the last fucking 2 years, people." But you know what? I was working at fucking Sonic back when there was a real crisis going on. When the gas was down here, it was almost $5 a gallon. But why do you think we don't drive? Huh? There's 2 or 3 reasons I don't drive. Well, at least 3, I think. One is for the fact you'd have another fucking bill to pay, which is gas. What if your car tears up? There's you another bill. So there's 2 bills. Not only that, but then you've got to pay. Usually you've got to pay so much a month until you pay a certain amount. If you ever live that long to pay it all off, then it becomes your car, right? Then, like I said, that's if you buy it at the dealer. Now, if you bought it from a friend, you just pay them whatever and or whatnot, and then you just take a chance on it being messed up or whatever. If they're that good a friend and they're like me, which and that good person, then they might give you something good. But I don't know, if I trust that too good. But like I said, it just and then on simple fact, I don't trust myself to drive. And even if I was a good driver, these people would make me nervous. I'd be like Jim Cornette was. I'd jump out of that car and these people drive like it. Most of them drive like idiots. I'd rather trust somebody I was in the car with that I actually knew was a good driver and to drive us. We never had no trouble out of Sethra or this person that helps us out. When you can. This nice lady we got, but that she's a family, related to us by family. She,
I'm explaining it.
But it's just like I said, we gotta try to protect ourselves at the same time. It depends on y'all's answers, just how easy and how smooth it'll go. If you got a horrible attitude and you want to bring things up, but you don't want a response back, then you just be like the crack whore deal. If you the opposite of that, and you actually watch these videos and listen to them, and you say, "Hey, I can understand this. I could beat this. I could beat what's happened. And I actually have a special place in my heart. And I would actually like to, put my time and effort into it." They wouldn't, I don't look at them as a bother. I don't see them as a, I don't see them, I don't see it as in, like a bad way. I see it to, I'd like to be that one certain person that, and what if you've been through, several of these, everybody has, but you can't just come, like I said, the things is you can't just come up in here and expect me and my wife to just sit here and be mutes. We're going to tell you, if your story stinks, and it's something we think you're just going to keep bringing up and up over and over again, and that gets on my nerves. I mean, I have a short fuse when it comes to people getting on my nerves really quick.
He does.
So if you bother me, like this crack whore mess up here, you know, and you keep bringing shit up and you keep poking, I ain't gonna give you too many chances. So I told my wife instead of 2 or 3 weeks, it's gonna be when me and her both have seen the same thing, and we're just gonna throw you back out. So do not, if you're anything like we're describing on this video, do not waste our time. We don't want to waste what's left of your time. If you want to waste it on stuff that we're not into, go out there and party around and everything else, then go to it. But if you're somebody, you know, that can beat these things, like I said, there's several options, but all the options that's open that could be to her advantage, and she'd have to keep going to these appointment places and things like that, but all the ones that she runs into are worse off than anything I could, you know, and it's y'all's fault. I mean, that's, you know, but well, Derek, they're going to have, yeah, everybody has baggage. Me and my wife's got a little bit. Everybody has a little bit, but it's how you come across, how you handle things. Whether you can stomach me being open and honest, and I don't care what comes out, you know, it's just how I am. And I'm not here to debate, you know, politics, religion, or anything like that. But, you know, if you're just somebody out there, you know where to go. She puts stuff out here. I don't do the Gmail stuff. I might check it, but I don't do it. I just rather text or talk on the phone. Text first, mainly. You know, if we warmed up and everything got, you know. But like I said, I don't expect very many people to come out here. Half the time when somebody comments, can't understand them anyway. But we might, here in the next few minutes or so, unless something comes out of woodworks, we may be ready to call it a time or two here in a minute. We'll give you a few more minutes and see. Yeah. What time is it?
It's 8:38.
So we've been on here for a little while. So like I said, we may come up with something to do for a few more. Wait, why don't we get some of the dogs out? Let them on the video. Hey, you want to get on the video, honey?
Come here, Catherine. Come here, baby. Come here, honey. Come here, my little baby girl. Hey, Princy. This is my favorite puppy. His name is Prince, and he's really sweet. He loves my babies. He takes good care of them. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. I'm Princy. Mwah. That's my boy. That's my boy. Yeah, he's my boy. He's my puppy. Come on, you can sit in Mommy's lap. There's my beauty. Oh, gotta be careful with her. I should have some on you, honey. Well, can you see her? That's Catherine. That's my play pal doll. This is when I was telling you that I rescued. This lady on Facebook was really, really, really mean to her. She was going to throw her in the trash. And she's an $800 doll. And I love her to death. She's Mama's baby. She's Mama's baby, aren't you, baby?
Uh-huh.
See, I'm Mommy's baby. Here you go, Princy. He's up there.
Like, Mama, help me.
Hold on, baby. I'm coming. Mama's coming. Hold on. Here you go, sweetie. Here you go, baby. And this is Gracie
And Spot.
and Spot. And this is Dorothy.
That's the one that she normally takes out now. Now she's where big wandering. And that, like I said, just
Why I carry this around, and I'm going to put it out here this morning. I do not want attention. Only why I carry this out in a grocery store is because I have anxiety and depression disorder, and I'm bipolar. My counselor said it's good for me to carry this around so I don't get upset. Because some people that I know, they're upsets me in stores. So now you know, if I'm in the pig, do not come up to me if I have my dog with me.
I mean, like I said, if you were nice about it and you entertained, that got the whole picture of it and understood it in a different way from what I've seen, and that's why I just truck on, because I just get the feel. And, so, I mean, yeah, it has to be somebody that has that in common with her or wants to have it. But you got to take, the whole package. Like I said, I'd prefer there be no kids on the other end. Just because they ain't my own and they're not something I generally want to fool with, because I'd rather give a person that didn't have all that. That way, Fair could give them your time. It'd be a lot easier, and it wouldn't, there wouldn't be all this hollering and screaming and running around. That's something my wife didn't bother asking this person. And she didn't have, we ain't going to make the time excuse anymore. Yeah, like I told her, I don't care what damn fucking time it is. These damn people come out there late at night, it ain't our damn fault. I mean, like I said, y'all gonna have to get with it. I mean, if we're that damn dead tired, just be assured that the next morning we're gonna as soon as possible, we're gonna get everything out. We're not waiting 3 or 4 days, 2 or 3 days. It ain't gonna happen because, and I've even made some suggestions. Maybe Fire needs to take it. I mean, obviously, if it's somebody really homeless and you don't have a place to go, we could try to fit you in right then and try you out. But if you got somewhere you could stay, even if it's just a grandparent's house, and they don't mind, maybe it's a friend's house, maybe it's like a girlfriend's house or something. And like I said, maybe if we had something like that, maybe they didn't have much either. Maybe we could all work it out. Maybe you take one day there, y'all have a day here or something. But like I said, we'll have to see. There were some things that if Fair had been on top of his game and her had been thinking, we could have done things a lot differently and spared us this craziness. But, now we know. That's one thing about it. We know now we're not going to, be so easy to just let you waltz up on in here without knowing what we're getting ourselves into. Like I said, she thought it was a nice deed she was doing, and it was. I mean, the thing is, I would consider it a gift. I would consider anything special like this a gift. You don't get a person like that every time. And it wasn't just for me. It was supposed to be for both of us. Although she kind of indicated that this person, of course, she claimed that she was dead tired. Well, I am too, but I don't sleep for 2 goddamn days.
She had kids
And I
and she
don't-
didn't get
and
no
I-
rest.
And I'm wondering why. Well, and you know, that's why I'm saying, why couldn't she be considerate of that? And that person could have gave her time to us, and we could have worked the kids thing in too. When you've got them 24/7 and you don't get no time for nothing else. I mean, be in her shoes for a minute. I know what her shoes are like because I've seen kids. I've been around kids. I held my brother when he was little. I've seen a time or two where I've had a few kids. They just wasn't as stupid and they wasn't brats. They was respectful kids. If you told them to mind, they minded. Trust me, the kids I watched minded. It was a very limited few times that I ever did it. Less than 5. Less than the fingers on my 2 hands. And I can only recall, like I say, probably 2 or 3 times max. So, if you do have kids, I'm going to tell you something. Now, I understand. Wow, Dirk, you got to take a package. Well, it depends how good your kids are, or if you don't have any, that's be easier. But depends on how you are. What you're trying to do. What is your mission? What is my wife's and I's mission is somebody we could have a lot of good things and not be, controlled in a bad manner or feel like we're just run over. I'd like for her and I to feel like we're doing something in a positive light and that we're getting somewhere and we're not just being looked at as something like a go-between. I'd like to see somebody actually be able to be, trusted and could be a good fit. Oh, I have to get some fresh. Don't taste so good when it's sit. I'll get some fresh. But yeah, we're just, we have to just be, careful, unfortunately, and realize that because we think it was a Valentine gift, or if it's Christmas, or whatever it was, if it just happened to be one of our birthdays, somebody just up out here, we can't just say it's a gift. I mean, I'm not going to treat them bad, but I ain't going to sit there and open up just right away and say, oh, yeah, I think you're our gift from, another, for some reason or another, because it gets misunderstood. We don't mean it in a bad way. We meant it. The last one we had up here, we meant it in a good way. And mine came off a little wrong when my wife said the comment to that person. She just didn't want to be food with. She didn't want anything really except, like I said, just kind of throw you on the side. And then let all her little things go as they, like I said, if it was reasonable. What we're looking for is not just somebody coming in between every now and again and everything. We want somebody that we could spend our life with, somebody that would fit the unicorn bestie thing. And like I said, we didn't have the ring and all that stuff here at the time. We didn't have everything, like we do now. Everything's set up. She's got a dress she got, and we got a Tennessee shirt and everything. But like I said, it just it depends on you guys and what y'all are looking at. If it's anything less than that, we're not going to sit there and fool with you. Because I don't have time for, with our situation and everything else, it's not a good idea. I'd much rather see somebody actually I'd like to see somebody actually be homeless and starved and thirsty and actually mean it. Like they've actually been through that. I mean, I don't want them malnourished, but I'd like to see them actually mean what they say. I could tell within a few minutes whether somebody was actually telling the truth or not. I don't need a lie detector test. I don't need a stranger. And so, if they were somebody out there that could beat, lying and telling fibs. I mean, if you don't want to be hugged, you don't want to be kissed, you don't want to be done nothing with, don't waste our time. We want somebody that we could do something like that with, and they want to share everything with you. So if you don't want to share your stuff, you don't want to, and like I said, if you had a few people that we met or whatever, that's okay. But if they don't tell them about us. If you don't think they're going to have time, and don't waste their time. It's nobody's business. As long as you were with us, that's all that matters. You don't have to tell anybody else. I mean, if they're that good, if they're a support, and they'd be happy, that's one thing. Me and my wife don't want to have what happened up here. And because it's hard as it is, me and her put up with what we got here, her TV, and our internet and things of that nature. I'm usually on here, or if we don't have much to do at the house, we happen to have a lot of extra spare time. And so like I said, it just depends on you guys. What you, if you really want this and you're really somebody that is interested in it, then at least show us. Prove it to us. Prove me wrong out there. Somebody come out of the woodworks and show us that you really can be trusted. And that you're not out there just to monkey around, or, So, like I say, we hope that, like I said, she's pretty well told you everything. And they're not anything else to really tell. So, I mean, if you're out there and you're a lady, just at least start us off by subscribing, liking our videos, comment nicely. If you're somebody that can actually type, I can read it, and you're somewhere nearby in Chattanooga or Cleveland, or if you just have to be from Decatur, you can drop us a comment down here, subscribe to our channel, get on our live chat stuff, or just, she's got our numbers and stuff out here, so you can get on here and you can read all this stuff. Like I said, I probably here in about another 30 seconds, I'll probably end this video. We went an hour and a half. She's got to get ready in a little while and get her appointment. I think she still got a little over an hour, but I think she and I about through this video. So we'll see you all soon. Bye.